North Korea and South Korea war has begun. Is it even right to say, or something else is going to be happen here between these two countries? And that's why you have clicked on this video, and we are going to dig down into these conversations. That's what's going to happen exactly, like in North and South Korea. So fasten your seatbelt and let's enjoy this conversation. One more time, I would say that if you end up liking this video, then please hit the subscribe button and click the bell icon for the notification. North Korea has accused South Korea of flying drones into its capital, ratcheting up tensions that have been simmering for months. That means recently North Korea has noticed that some of the strange drones were, like flying in the North Korean territory, and somewhat North Korea feels that it is a direct threat from South Korea. That's why the sister of Kim Jong-un clearly threatened the South Korea that if South Korea would not stop doing it any further, we would notice any of such things, then we might not able to control ourselves, and that would be the ending of South Korea regime. Same response came from South Korean president when he said clearly that if North Korea not stop sending this kind of threat to us where we have got no involvement, then it might be difficult for them to exist, like in the world map. And the North Korea, the whole regime of North Korea will be wiped out from the entire, you can say, it's like earth. That's what they said. And actually there was a big problem here. Like 1.4 million North Koreans are like applying to be the part of South Korean regime, and they don't want to live in North Korea. And if you know that why they don't want to live in North Korea, better to just go and research about it. What is the condition in North Korea now with people who are living there? And last year, I also read a report about North Korea where people do not have the proper access of water, and there is a big problem which we can call deprivation of food, water, and even some of the nuclear, you can say, weapons have been developing by North Korean country. Second thing, like as we know, like each and every day, and mostly twice or maybe twice in a week, North Korea launch some kind of like practice missiles or some kind of weapons into the ocean. That's because of that, the report says the water of the North Korean, nearby water of North Korea regime, it has become very, very, you can say, polluted, and arsenic kind of item can be found clearly in the water, and people are not allowed to drink it. And approximately 400,000 people were in the risk of like being affected by cancer, a lot of stuff over there as well. And the inflation rate is so high in North Korea, by the way. So what is happening, we have to understand. On October 11, not so far, not so long, North Korea's foreign ministry accused the South Korean of sending drones to Pyongyang at night over the course of 2 weeks. It said that leaflets dispersed by the drones contain inflammatory rumors and rubbish. That's what they say. But if you try to look at the fact, like it cannot be proved, by the way, because like when you see what North Korea is claiming about South Korea, they don't have any proof. And that's why one of the great person who got a good idea in like geopolitica said like it could neither prove nor deny like whether South Korea has done it or not. And according to North Korean government, it clearly avowed that they sent some of the inflammatory statements and some of the inflammatory comments through the leaflets, which were clearly flying by the drones and dropped successfully in North Korea. That's what not the case, by the way. According to a lot of people, they say like it is not the case. That's what happened in North Korea. So I feel that like this tension has gone so far, and somewhat like who are these countries who have been fighting with each other so long, this country who have been in bloodshed of each other for a long time, they are the blood, like trust of each other. They have got blood trust, by the way, for each other for long, long, long time. And the way they are just trying to wipe out each other from the nation, from the world map, we know how much thirsty they are for each other's blood. So the biggest concern which comes forward, it is not confirmed yet whether it's true or false. Second important stuff that we can discuss, like what does this show? So analyst says the drone incident suggests that North Korea is soaring up internal support by making it appear as like tough threats against the country are escalating, using terms like separate state in reference to the south, and dropping word like like compatriots and unification is part of this strategy, said Professor Kang Dong-won, who teaches political science and diplomacy at Dong University in Busan. The North Korea North Korean regime relies on the politics of fear and needs an external enemy, said by Professor Kang. Whenever tension rise, North Korea emphasizes, like external threats to boost loyalty to the regime. An analyst says the tit for tat between the two Koreas show how they are locked in a chicken game, with both sides unwilling to blink first. Neither side is willing to make concessions at this point, said Professor Kim Jong-up from the University of North Korean Studies in Seoul. As there is mutual distrust, Seoul needs to strategically consider how to manage the crisis. So the thing is here, like we also have to understand, like the two Koreans are technically still at war since they did not sign a peace treaty when the Korean War ended in 1953. And reuniting with the South had always been a key, if necessarily unrealistic, part of the North's ideology since the inception of the state. Like until Kim abandoned reunifications with the South in January. Kim has, I think, brought North Korea closer to Russia under Vladimir Putin, placing him at odds with the US and the West, which are South Korea's key allies. Also significant are North Korea's long-standing ties with China, arguably its most importantly ally. In the wake of the drone incident, a spokesperson from China's foreign ministry on Tuesday called on all parties to avoid further escalation of conflicts on the peninsula. Tension in the Korean Peninsula are rising as the US presidential campaign enters the home, stretch. So, are they really going to start a war? From my side, it's clearly no. In my opinion, I feel no, they are not going to do that. Just because if you see and look at the both countries, there are no chances they have developed that much nuclear weapons so they can escalate each other, or they can even initiate a war over there. But the consequences are higher that North Korean, you can say, megalomaniac president Kim Jong-un can attack South Korea anytime, because he is the one who does not care about right and left. And the possibilities are here that the country should be handled by his sister rather than himself, because we know like how dangerous he could be if he has decided or vowed something to do. Then how, like idiocy, or maybe how idiot he could be when he's come to take revenge from South Korea. And in many interviews you have heard recently what I exactly told you. He never said about patriotism. He always said one thing, which is separation. In his speech you can always find that he says something South Korea doesn't like, and he has a lot of personal thing about South Korea which people really don't like about him. So the thing is here, war cannot get started, but one thing I would say, the possibilities will be very high. If this kind of tension will keep going on between these two countries, there are higher chances things can be started. So I hope you have liked this video. So please like it, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and stay tuned with Speak Up with Sahil. Thank you very much.